artificial intelligence stocks has captured the imagination and attention of investors worldwide. In this video, I'm going to compare 3 up-and-coming AI stocks to determine which one I think is the better investment for long-term buyers. Soundhound AI versus C3.ai versus Bigbear.ai. I'm going to compare these 3 on revenue, on cash flow, on their balance sheet, and then finally look at their valuations to determine which one I think makes a better investment. So let's get started.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
Starting with revenue. Now, in the lead here is C3.ai with $346 million in trailing 12-month revenue, ahead of Bigbear.ai at $154 million in trailing 12-month revenue, and Soundhound AI with $67 million in trailing 12-month revenue. More impressively, C3.ai has grown its revenue organically, meaning it hasn't made very many or very meaningful acquisitions in the last year or two, whereas Soundhound AI and Bigbear.ai have made acquisitions. And so their growth has partly been due to adding another company's revenue to their total, whereas C3.ai's growth has been organic by adding new products and services that its customers like and appreciate. C3.ai has found success in a similar strategy that Palantir found success on, and that is a free trial initiative, or something I liken to a free trial, where C3.ai will go into an enterprise and it will demonstrate to them what C3.ai can do for them for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. And then afterwards, they try to lock in a sale and say, look what we could do for you. If you want us to do this longer term, sign a deal with us. And they found success in that. They've accelerated revenue growth as a result. Palantir has done something very similar, and they also found great success in that strategy. The products, the enterprise solutions using artificial intelligence that C3.ai offers, it's hard to imagine, if you're an operator of a business, it's hard to imagine how C3.ai can help you. It's hard to think about it conceptually, quantitatively, it's hard to think about. And so by having somebody or having a team from C3.ai come and demonstrate to you hands-on, show you all the benefits, you become more convinced and more interested in buying the service. And that's worked out really well. Soundhound AI, meanwhile, has found great success in restaurant industry partners and automotive partners. And its technology, voice AI technology, makes it easier for individuals to communicate with electronic devices with voice instead of having to touch things like we've become accustomed to over the last 2 decades or so. And it makes sense, most importantly, in those areas, right? Restaurants, when you go to order in a drive-through, instead of ordering from an individual who may or may not know all the menu items, who may or may not know all the prices, may or may not know what's available, what's sold out, you can order through the artificial intelligence system that can be trained to know every menu item, every price, every combination that works well, all the deals, all the promotions, all your personal profile information. It can have all of that incorporated and deliver better customer service. All that, and it's going to come at lower cost because the artificial intelligence system will be lower priced, lower cost to operate than having humans operate the drive-through, and not to mention easier to deal with than managing human resources. And so Soundhound AI has found success in that category and in automotive categories, which again is an obvious match with Soundhound AI. When you're driving, you don't want to be touching your screen, opening your Starbucks app and getting a coffee order in before you go home or before you hit the freeway on your commute to work. With Soundhound AI, the potential is that you could just speak into your car. The car can process your payment, order your beverage and all you have to do is drive to Starbucks and they'll bring it out to your car and you can be on your way. Much safer, much more safe, and more convenient for buyers and businesses alike. And Bigbear.ai was struggling to find revenue growth. However, the company did lock in some government contracts for its AI image-based technology. And of course, with government institutions is where Palantir got its start. And if Bigbear.ai can continue expanding with government institutions, airports are a big driver of Bigbear.ai's business and incremental growth. If it can continue in that category and then expand from there, that company can deliver growth, although its revenue has been flat going back a year and a half or so. The next thing I wanted to compare these three on is cash flow from operations on a trailing 12-month basis, and C3.ai again takes a lead here at negative 14%, but in its latest quarter, C3.ai was cash flow positive. Then you have Bigbear.ai at negative 15%, and far behind these two is Soundhound AI at negative 133%, although it is improving quickly. Soundhound AI management said that these acquisitions will take some time to digest, but after a year or two, the company expects its margins to improve dramatically as it grows the business and as it finds synergies from the acquisitions it's implemented in recent years. Since these companies are either, losing a lot of money or barely cash flow positive, I wanted to look at their balance sheet, specifically look at their debt. Again, C3.ai in the best position here with zero debt, and they have hundreds of millions of cash on the balance sheet. Soundhound AI here has a little debt at 39 million, which they have been paying down to, and they sold some stock, raised some capital to pay down debt. And then Bigbear.ai has the worst of the balance sheets at 196 million in long-term debt. Finally, I wanted to look at valuation, and I chose to measure these three on the forward price to sales ratio. Soundhound AI is the most expensive at a forward price to sales of 25. Then you have C3.ai at a forward price to sales of 8.7. And finally, you have Bigbear.ai at a forward price to sales of 6.262. Now, these three stocks on their own, I don't like them. I don't have any of them rated as a buy, and I wouldn't want to own any of them myself. But if you forced me to pick one of these three, I would pick C3.ai as the better AI stock to buy here. It has the better balance sheet, better organic revenue growth, more progress on cash flow from operations, and for those reasons, I would choose that one over the other two in this comparison of best AI stock to buy now.
Hey everyone, so many of you have been asking about my investing strategy, and I'm excited to announce that I've written a book that's available for sale now that describes my 6-step investing framework for evaluating stocks. I've added the link in the description below.